Okay, so ideas of law. Now, this entire topic on ideas of law, say, like when we read the definitions part, there also we have seen, right? Like different philosophers or different jurists would have their own opinion on what is law, why is law necessary, like that, from where law has originated. Everyone would have their own different concepts. So this is nothing but what applies here as well, right? Ideas of law, as in from where law has come. From where law has come, what is its function, how is it applicable in the society. We have like different opinions. Based on that only, we have all these different ideas of law. Basically, different jurists would provide like different opinions on why law is necessary, how it originated, and everything. So law as such, we know it is nothing but rules or regulations that are needed to sort of regulate the members of the society so that they function well, properly, they act. It involves uniformity of behavior, constancy of happening or a course of event. Whatever is happening today, same ways only it would be repeated. If I have committed a crime, I face this consequence or the punishment, same would apply for other people who would be repeating similar kind of situation. We know now what is law, what is the function of law, but there are different jurists who have given their own opinions on what is law, why is law necessary, how law originated, and all that. They gave their own logic. Other people criticize their point of view also, but in a way we can say that they are not like completely true or completely wrong. It's like law is a mixture of basically all the philosophies that they have given. Okay, so what are these philosophies that we have? We will see. First one is the idea of natural law. So the philosophers who propounded this theory of natural law, they basically said that laws are not because of legislation. Like today we see there is parliament, there is state legislature who would make the law, make it applicable, we need to follow it. It's not like that. It's not because there is a legislation which is binding on us, we don't have any options, so we are following it. It's not like that. But how law has originated, it is born out of nature. We know what is right and what is wrong. We have that inherent tendency. That's how law is born. Okay, it is born out of nature. Humans have an inherent tendency to differentiate between right and wrong. So natural law is not taught to human, but it is something that they inherit it by making good and right decisions. Like, fine, today we have parliament, today we have state legislatures, they would make the law, they would make it applicable to us, that's completely fine. But then there are some, like in the earlier times, there was no parliament as such, right? When human civilization started, when people started to live in groups, there was no as such nothing law, no kings, no queens. What did people do? How did people, like survive those situations? They slowly realized, right? They realized that, okay, fine, maybe we have limited resources in this area, but there are, like fruits, vegetables, and stuff in other areas. So what we will do is, like a small group, we will live in this certain area, another group would live in that certain area, another group would live in that certain area, so that we don't have scarcity of fruits and other edibles, right? So these are what someone has not taught them, that you do like this. People realized it, that if we do in this way, we would be able to survive the situation, it would be for greater good, everyone would be able to enjoy. So this is what the concept of natural law is, that it came in itself. We have this tendency of differentiating between right and wrong, right? Even today, if we find ourselves in some trouble sort of a situation, we try to deal with that, right? We know that maybe we should do this, do that. This is nothing but how natural law has derived. Law is not something that in parliament people are sitting, they are making the law and giving it to us that it's binding on you. No.
And can I give an example?
Yeah.
Say me is it correct or wrong? Ma'am, we have a problem. I'm a student. I have a problem like my tests are coming, my exams will be conducted, and I am solving this. This can be said as natural law, ma'am.
If it is law, it can be said as law, but yeah, yours would be like a problem solving thing, right? So in a problem solving thing, yes, the problem solving, no one is teaching
like the
you.
Problem is arising naturally, ma'am.
Yes.
Just between it's just with me, ma'am.
Yes.
Like with all the students, and we are solving it. Can we like say it as a natural law, ma'am?
We cannot say it as natural law, but we can say it like the naturally you have learned how to solve the problem, because we are talking about law. Law as in, I can say that, okay, fine, we are living in this area. You don't enter our area because there would be scarcity of fruits or vegetables. You stay in this area. It's like a law, right? You cannot enter my area. So in earlier times, there was no, sort of law. Now it may be that, okay, we are India. You cannot simply enter here. You need a permission. Same used to happen in earlier times. That's how we are like relating it to law. But yours would be like a problem that you are facing, not like law as such. But yeah, it's something that you have naturally learned to solve it. On that point, it's correct, but not law, okay?
Ma'am, can you give some more examples for natural law?
Yeah, so take for example, it would be that in times of like Mahabharata Gita, there you would see some reference that, okay, when there was this like this war taking place, right? It used to happen that even though they were not having like a law as such relating to war, now we have a law, humanitarian law. In earlier times during Mahabharata and all, there was no law as such where it would be written. But still, at that point in time also, there were some rules like you cannot, like if I am with my bare hands, you cannot attack me with some weapons. That was considered as wrong. How? Because that people themselves realize that if I'm with my bare hands, I'm less powerful as compared to someone who is coming with guns or weapons and stuff. So both of us cannot be compared. Like that, after sunset, there cannot be a world, sort of some rules were there. These people realize that after sunset, we cannot see the enemies. Maybe we would not be able to distinguish. It's fine that we don't attack at night, right? Someone who is injured, who is wounded, that person should not be attacked because that person is already like less affected, like less like strength wise, he is not having that strength, right? In fact, there was one movie also, KSLU. Have you seen Hindi movies? Do you watch?
No, ma'am, not that much.
Okay, so there is one movie actually, KSLU. There also it was shown like there used to be this war between two groups. But then from this group, they were like, okay, they were even like providing water to the injured people from this other side. Why?
The
because
one who were opposite to them, ma'am?
Yes, they were like giving water, giving some treatment and stuff also. This is nothing but an example that we realize that it's bad, even though that point in time, maybe we were not having like a law as such. Okay, so natural law basically, two types of natural law, thesis and assist. Thesis believe that reasoning ability of human and the power to differentiate between right and wrong is what leads to development of law. However, for thesis, there is deity that created all the nature and created laws for all. So it may be believed that, okay, fine, there is God. Someone may believe on God, someone may not believe on God. But in both the cases, natural law may exist. Someone may say that, no, we have our own inherent tendency to differentiate between right and wrong. That's how we learned it. Someone may say that, no, we don't have that tendency. God has, we say, right, like God has a messenger, God transferred all the things to the messenger, right? We have all the religious leaders like that. So that is how, in both the cases, it's like natural law. It is coming from the nature.
Ma'am, can you like explain what is thesis law and atheist law, ma'am?
Theist and atheist is basically who believes on God and who do not believe. Atheist is someone who do not believe on God. So they say it's not something like God has given. We only have the ability of differentiating between right and wrong. We learn to differentiate, and that has eventually become like a law. Theists say that no, we don't have that ability, but it's rather like a deity that created it. God has transferred it, or maybe God was born like one amongst us, and that person like taught good things to the people. Like we have, right? Krishna was born like a normal kid only, and then he taught so many things. Like that, we have so many examples where like a God is born like a normal person, and then that person teaches all the things. This is nothing but an example of theist, that God has taught us, or God has like sent a messenger to like correct the people. Okay.
Ma'am, for the atheist law, like the people who don't believe in God,
yes,
they'll think that they can solve their problem by themselves. They can do everything by themselves, but they don't believe in God.
Yeah, even if you feel that, okay, God has not taught us, but I only have the ability of differentiating between right and wrong. That's how law has developed. I only felt that, okay, if everyone lives together in this certain area, there would be scarcity of fruits and vegetables. That's why in earlier times we lived in like different groups in different area, so that we have availability of fruits, vegetables, and other things that we can eat. This is nothing but atheist view, right? Like we learned it from ourselves. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. The idea of positive law. So natural law is like from nature it is coming. That's the main whole point. But positive law is different. Positive law says that it's not like from nature, automatically it's happening. No, it is like we have put in some effort, knowingly we have put in some effort, and law is human-made law. Man has made this law. So what is it? It includes statutes laid down by legislature. So they are saying it has come itself, but positive law says that no, there is parliament sort of a thing, there is king, queen, someone is there, okay, who is having the authority. All right, so it includes statutes laid down by legislature or rules and regulations by human institution. And John Austin was the main supporter of positive law. He mainly said that laws are nothing but command of sovereign that is binding on other people. That means in a society, in a country, there would be normal people, plus there would be a sovereign. So that sovereign may be like a king or a queen, maybe the president, whatever it is, right? Someone is like a sovereign person. Someone is like supreme than the rest of the people. And how law has come, this supreme or the sovereign person has commanded other people. Okay, this sovereign person has commanded. Sorry?
Ma'am, like democracy, ma'am.
Yeah.
Someone is ruling on someone.
Yes. So that person has said that this is what you need to follow, and common people are following it. So this is nothing but command of the sovereign, which is binding on people. So the enacted laws or rules that we obey come under positive law. Whatever legislations we see today, like if we talk about Indian Penal Code, if you say murder is a crime, but it's not a crime because we feel that is wrong. It is a crime because it is mentioned, it is written somewhere. Punishment is also provided. This is nothing but positive law. Okay, that this certain thing is bad. For example, we need to follow the rules which are laid down in Motor Vehicles Act while driving or riding. We follow these rules and regulations because it is binding force or authority. When we are going outside, we wear a helmet, we wear a seat belt, we follow the traffic rules. Why? Not because we know it is bad. If we are given a chance, we would try to violate the rules, right? If there is no police, no camera, we would try to violate the traffic rules also. But why are we following? We are following only because there is binding force or authority. If we do not follow, we will have to pay the fine. That is the only reason why we are following. This is nothing but positive law. Okay, that rules and regulations are coming from a sovereign person. Okay, and it is backed by law, like it is having like the authority of law. It is approved by law. That person is having authority to give command, and normal people are following it. That is how law has developed. It's not because people are so much willing to follow it or something, but because of binding force or authority, we follow it. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Next one is individualism. So natural law says naturally it has come. Positive law says no, it's all because of human effort. Man has made it. Sovereign gives command to the normal people, and normal people follow because it is having like a binding authority. What is individualism? Individualism believes that the main purpose of law is to eradicate hurdles that arise in freedom of human beings. What is the main purpose of law? It's basically that we all live peacefully in the society. That's the ultimate purpose. So the most important thing for peace or for, like harmony in the society is freedom. Right, we need freedom. Like during lockdown, you might have seen, because there were so many restrictions, you cannot go out of your home, there was nationwide lockdown, this that, we all were so frustrated that we cannot even go out. Right, why? Because our freedoms were restricted. You cannot go out whenever you feel like, you cannot meet other people. This is nothing but a problem that we have faced, right? But when we are having enough freedoms, we are able to deal with other situations ourselves. But when our freedoms are limited, that is like a very big problem. Okay, so that is what individualism all about. Individualism believes that main purpose of law is to eradicate hurdles. Whatever problems we have, whatever difficulties we have, that should be removed, and that's why law is needed. Okay, so that arises in the freedom of human being. If there is any problem in our freedom, that will lead to problems in our life also. So law's main aim should be to remove all these problems that may come in our freedoms. That is the ultimate purpose of law. Law should,
can you some example, ma'am, for individuals?
Like this COVID example I gave, right? That you cannot go out of your home, you cannot meet other people.
Some other example, ma'am.
Sorry?
Like I wasn't, and some other example, I was unable to understand from the COVID example, ma'am.
So if I say that, okay, fine, you don't have the right to speak, whatever opinion you have, keep it to yourself. You cannot express it. You cannot give your viewpoint. In that case, you would feel like that would be difficult for you, right? Because you want to express yourself. That is nothing but an example that there is restriction on your freedom of speech and expression. You are not allowed to
of an individual, ma'am.
Sorry?
Ma'am, of an individual's freedom, ma'am.
Yeah, that is an individual's freedom, right? Freedom of speech and expression. We have so many cases where a person puts out, like gives his opinion and the person is arrested, cases filed against the person. That is nothing but a restriction on freedom of the individual, that you are not allowed to speak or give your own viewpoint. Okay, there may be different like types of restrictions which may be imposed on the person. So all these would like put such kind of restriction, it would be like a problem for another person. The main purpose of law should be to provide maximum happiness to maximum people. So we need to provide maximum happiness to maximum people. Like if you say that, okay, fine, I want to play loud music at night, like 2 o'clock at night, and I want to dance all night on my terrace, right? I want to play loud music on my terrace and dance all night at 2 o'clock. In that case, that is also nothing but like a freedom. You want to dance, you want to play loud music on the terrace, that is a freedom you are seeking. But if you are given that freedom, that is going to disturb all your neighbors, right? All your neighbors would not be able to sleep. So law will try to see what should we prefer. Is it that we should allow you to dance at night on the terrace with loud music? Or is it that we need to allow rest of the society to sleep peacefully? Right? So law would try to balance it out, and law would give preference to whatever is giving maximum happiness to maximum people. As compared to you dancing and being happy, 50 other people sleeping peacefully would give maximum happiness. More people would be satisfied here. More people would be happy.
It depends on individual satisfaction, ma'am.
How many people are being satisfied with that? Yeah. That we need to consider.
Yes.
Okay, so here law would say that whatever is providing maximum happiness to maximum people, that is only good law. So you would be restricted that no, late at night, 2 o'clock, you cannot play loud music, but law would allow these people to sleep peacefully. This is what individualism is all about. That provide maximum happiness to maximum people. How you would provide happiness? By removing restrictions that are there in individuals' freedom. But while removing it also, we need to see if it is giving maximum happiness to maximum people or not. Okay, like you would not be given the freedom to dance at 2 o'clock on the terrace with loud music, because that is not giving maximum happiness to maximum people. Like that, law would try to sort of balance it out. Law existing in a state will be tested to see whether they are providing maximum happiness to maximum people or not. So whether a law is good or not, that would be tested by seeing this only. Is it providing maximum happiness or not? When people are free and able to enjoy their rights, they will be able to focus on other aspects of their life. They will deal with their own situations themselves. What they need is, they need freedom so that they can peacefully focus on other things. So law should deal with that part only. Law need not be concerned with all the other things, what is happening in a person's life. A person would take care of all of those things himself. What we need to do, just remove the problems that are there in his freedom. Okay, so the idea of individualism is to bring laws which will try to provide maximum happiness or freedom to maximum number of people. So maximum is what is given priority here. Okay, whatever law is there, see what is providing maximum happiness, maximum people's satisfaction, that is only good. That is
like example, half of the people the teenagers love to drive the bike, but till the age of 18 they cannot drive the bike.
Yes.
Like the maximum happiness of the people is to drive from the early age itself.
Yes.
Some of the boys they try to drive the bike at the age of 16. Can we consider
yes.
an example for instance?
Yes, very good example. That at this age, maybe they are not mature enough, they might be driving rashly. So what is maximum happiness? Safety and security of the people. So that way they are not allowed to ride or drive until they are 18, have a driving license. Very good example, you can take that.
Ma'am, a small question. Can we give the examples in the exam related to the for the individualism? Can I just now I gave the example of the driving thing. Can I give it in my paper itself?
Yeah, you need to be a little careful because you the previous example was not correct in a way, right? It was not law, but this example is good. So if that is relevant, that example you can provide as well. Okay. Yeah. Even sometimes you would come across some actual legal news or some case what is happening, that also you can mention. That is like a very good added point. Okay, some case if you come across and stuff. Idea of collectivism. So individualism was main focus was on individual. What is collectivism? Collectivism is basically opposite of individualism. It is the idea that people should prioritize the good of society over welfare of individual. While introducing law in a society, we should prefer the ones that provide collective good of the society. The law should focus on welfare or betterment of individuals, and that should be preferred. Like in case of individualism, it was law should focus on removing the problems in freedom of person. Individual was the main focus, right? People should be free. Their problems should be removed. Their problems should be eradicated. But collectivism is the main purpose of law is welfare of the society. The majority of the people should be getting some welfare, some benefits. We have so many schemes and stuff, right? We have certain schemes made by the government, NREGA, there is some pension scheme, this, that, so many things.
Right? Self-help group, government school, for the children, the underprivileged children who cannot go to the school, the private school, they can go to the government school and they can complete their studies.
Yes, right. So those are nothing but collective. The law should think about prefer ones that provide collective good of the society. Like take for example, if you see like income tax, okay, fine. What is income tax act? That whoever is earning, they should contribute something to the government so that government can run the country. It is about collective good, right? That government would provide all these facilities which you are talking, self-help group, free education, this, that. How is government providing? Government is not putting their own money, right? Government is putting the money that they are collecting by way of taxes and other sources of revenue generation, right? So that is nothing but collective good. So it is fine if you are liable to pay income tax, fine. Even if income tax is like a big liability on you, that's fine. Why? Because we are talking about collective good. More people are getting like benefits, more people are happy, right? Because only some percentage of your income anyways you are contributing. So it's not like you don't have anything to eat, you are just giving entire money to the government, right? So that is like completely fine. You would contribute some amount and then government would sort of take this part. Okay. Okay. So this is what collectivism is all about. Is it clear?
Ma'am, can you give me some more examples for collectivism, ma'am? Because I was unable to understand. Like join the points for collectivism, ma'am. The examples. What is
so collectivism is like more people are happy, less number of people are might be unhappy, like welfare of people. Take for example, if maybe a person has committed a crime. Like there was one case actually, one like a couple, okay, not like husband and wife, sort of boyfriend and girlfriend. They both killed 7 members of the like girl's family. Okay, 7 members they killed. After that, court like gave them like death penalty was the punishment which was given, that they both should be given death penalty. It's like a very serious crime. But then the woman, right, she was pregnant when the entire thing happened. So she went to the court, she went to president, governor, everyone, that I need to take care of my kid, so do not give me death penalty. But Supreme Court, president, governor, everyone said that no, what crime you have done is like a very serious crime. You have killed 7 members of your own family, including a child. So taking care of the child is not sort of a ground based on which your punishment would be removed. This is nothing but collectivism. We are not thinking about her, like we are not thinking about her, but what we are thinking about greater good of society. That these kind of situations should not be repeated, that one person kills 7 members of her own family, including a child, and then escapes the punishment just because she is having a kid to take care of. This is nothing but collectivism. We are thinking about greater good of the society so that these kind of things are not repeated, and people also have sort of a satisfaction that yes, law prevails, people get justice, kind of a thing.
Ma'am, like it's totally opposite from individualism, ma'am.
Yes.
As individualism, like it thinks about like it thinks about the maximum people, whereas in collectivism, it like thinks about everyone. Yes. And it gives the justice to a person.
Yes. So in collectivism, main focus is on person's freedom, that there should not be any problem in your freedoms. Whatever is there, remove it. But in doing that also, you should try to focus on sort of maximum happiness of maximum people. Like if there are 2 options given to you, you should focus on the one which is providing maximum happiness. But main aim is like individual only. You should be given freedom. You should be able to enjoy your life, right? So there, like you should be able to enjoy your life. You should be allowed to dance 2 o'clock at night on the terrace. But then other people also should be allowed to sleep peacefully, right? So compared to those 2 things, yours would not be given preference, but those people's would be given preference. Okay.
Okay.
So positive, natural is the from nature, it's originating. Positive, it's like human effort is there, man has made it. Individualism, individual is the prime focus. Collectivism, entire society is sort of taken into consideration. Next one is societal view. Societal view is based on the concept that people living in a society come together to decide what their rights and liabilities will be. Thus, rather than focusing only on welfare of individuals or the society, people will decide for themselves what they want. So societal view, we in fact have a, like, are you doing BA LLB or BB LLB?
BA
LLB. Do you have political science as well?
Yeah, ma'am, I have.
Do you have a topic there, social contract theory?
Yeah, ma'am.
Yes.
Even welfare state theory.
You welfare state. Okay, so social contract theory, have you read that?
Not yet started, ma'am. I was from commerce field, ma'am, and now I have joined for BLLB, and I'm finding a bit difficult, and I don't know the basics of political science.
Okay, so you will get that theory also. Social contract theory basically is like, it's not someone has given a law that we are abiding by or something. It's not like that. What we have done is we have basically contracted. It's a social contract. The entire society, whoever are there, we have made a contract. So what happened? Take, for example, there is no parliament, there is no law as such. We are living in like primitive ages. Okay, so there are maybe 100 people who are there. All right. And because there are 100 people, there are some conflicts going on amongst us. So what we decided is we decided to enter into a contract amongst ourselves. And we said that, okay, I'm compromising these things on my side. You also do these things. Like I said that these are my liabilities. If I do something wrong, you punish me, no problem. But if someone does anything wrong to me, that person also should get punishment. Like we...
That's something like social contract between people and their ruler. Or
yeah, people and the ruler. Like, yes, people and the ruler.
Like,
correct.
We get into a contract that we give up our rights and all, then you will take care of
yes.
something like.
Yes, correct. So because we were facing so much of problems, society was very bad and everything, people came up with this concept, right? They said that, yes, I'm sacrificing on this thing. If I'm doing something bad, I am ready to face the consequences. But if somebody else is doing a wrong, that person should also get punishment. It's nothing but like a contract, right? We sacrificed on something because we wanted some promise or some sort of assurance in return. That is nothing but societal view. What is it? It is based on the concept that people living in a society came together, they decided what their rights and obligations will be. And based on that, they focused on welfare of individuals or the society, but people decided for themselves what they want. They decided what they want, and based on that, they have like done it. Sometimes we see even like normal situations also we try to, like do it, right? Take, for example, it's like a group assignment, group project you have got. And amongst 5 of your friends, maybe you are good in communication, another friend is having like a good handwriting, another person is good in maybe research or something. So you divide the work, right? That you write, you do this, you do that. This is nothing but like a contract that you have entered. Same thing here also it happens. We decide that, okay, these are the things what would apply, these are the things what will be our liabilities, and then that becomes binding. So we sacrifice some of our rights and we accept some of the liabilities, and the ruler accordingly rules us. Okay, so this is nothing but societal view. It's not like from parliament it's coming or from nature it's coming, but we have decided on it. Okay, and based on that we sacrifice something, then the ruler is there, we enter into a contract, and then it's like just binding on all of us for greater good of the society. Okay, is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
So like that, we have this different concepts or different like sort of theories of law. Okay, basically this is a concept from jurisprudence where also we have these things, that there are different concepts or different like theories of law. Okay, positivism is basically like how law has come. It is from command of the sovereign, which is backed by sanction. Some authority has given a law, it is backed by sanction, and we don't have any other option but to follow it. Like that, it has originated. So this is what this topic is all about.